Let me fucking scoot back a little so I don't punch the microphone.
Hey, come listen to our podcast, yeah. Please listen, it's a hitch. If you don't listen to our podcast, yeah, then you are a bitch.
Maybe that one. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Filmoscopy Podcast, a quaint little podcast where two friends discuss movies. Today's movie is Kill Bill Volume 2. I am the host today, Owen, and with me is Lance.
Cody. It's Cody.
And yeah, it's Cody. This is Cody. Lance is actually off. So, Cody, how do you feel about being Cody?
Well, I think it's pretty fucking nice because I got more money than you.
That's awesome. What are your thoughts on Lance?
Well, I think he's a fat piece of shit. And
That's...
he should really lay off the fucking trashing my football team stuff he does all the time.
Damn. That's rough, Cody. I wouldn't say that about Lance, but, you know. Here we are.
Here we are. We've crossed that bridge, and I'm trying to swim in it. You know?
But, yeah, so in case you haven't put two and two together, yeah, this is Lance. Cody's off for today because today we are doing Kill Bill Volume 2, which we did the first one, and Cody missed that one. Don't remember why. But
I don't know either.
I guess he just thought it would be weird to hop in on Volume 2. And it makes sense because, you know, we were talking about it a little before we started, but in a way this is a sequel, but it's not really because it was made at the same time. And, like, you know, it's basically just a continuation. Like, this movie was only split apart because Harvey Weinstein himself was like, hey, you got to make the movie. Yeah, he's like, after he wiped off the... Never mind.
Wiped the jizz off his hand. He's like, hey,
yeah, after he wiped the jizz off of all of his office, he said, look, Quentin, you got to cut down the movie length, dude. 4 hours? What the fuck do you think this is?
You think this is Charlton Heston's 10 Commandments?
Yeah.
You know, so I got to have much respect to Cody, you know. He knows that our chemistry and our intellect when it comes to reviewing movies rivals Siskel and Ebert, and he didn't want to mess. He didn't want to mess with that dynamic. He's like, you know what, guys? I think we're going to do a test run and see if this should be a two-man show with me just being the producer and taking a step back.
We fucking our perspectives do rival them.
And
Gene Shalit.
See, the only problem is Owen is skinny with a head full of hair. I'm fat and I'm losing my hair. Whereas Siskel was skinny and losing his hair, and Ebert was fat and had a head full of hair. So it was a weird dichotomy there, you know?
Yeah, we are like opposites too. Ebert was like very short too. And I am shorter than you, but I'm not like super short.
Nah, but you are shorter, so you're insignificant.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, this is interesting because I talked about like I don't worship at the altar of Tarantino.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna watch a movie. If I like the movie, I like the movie. I'm a very simple man. I know what movies are, and this one is actually probably the most enjoyable Tarantino movie I've watched. And the spoiler alert, I still don't recommend it. No, I'm just kidding.
Still hate it. Still sucked, but yeah.
Fuck that guy, you know, a fucking redheaded piece of shit.
I thought this movie, and I feel like this movie is really kind of Quentin Tarantino at his most. Like, at least in this part of it, he gets very Tarantino-esque with how heavy he goes on, like, the shit that he likes, you know? Because most of the movie, this volume, so Volume 1 was definitely, like, we went over it a little bit in the first episode.
I hope so. That whole episode was about the first movie.
Yeah. So we might recap maybe some of the stuff with the plot of the first movie just to, so, you know, not everybody's lost. But, I mean, if you haven't listened to Volume 1, go ahead and listen to Volume 1. And I would say that on most of our episodes, I kind of expect people to have watched the movie before listening to us talk about it, but there's also spoilers, so be mindful of that.
Might be spoilers.
But anyway,
we may just be ambiguous what happens to the movie.
We might be giants. But with this one, we were talking about it with the first one. It's very kung fu martial arts kind of like Japanese samurai sword movie. This one kind of has more of like I want to say a spaghetti western kind of feel to it. Like this kind of feels like a Sergio Leone movie, and I think part of that has to do with this one's mostly set like in Texas, I think. Mm-hmm. And on the TV and stuff, they always have like like in that final scene with between her and Bill, they have like the old Western movies playing on the TV sets. Like revolvers play a little bit of a role. Hell, she's wearing like cowboy boots and shit in the beginning. And it just feels like it kind of dips into a little bit more in that. But there's still like a heavy bit of martial arts in this with the training sequence and stuff, and how he does the cinematography for that with like the zoom ins and stuff. It looks a lot like that stuff.
Yeah, it's very much like mixing samurai with a fistful of dollars.
Yeah.
And you know what's fucking crazy? It just dawned on me as we were watching this because I was watching with the captions because Savannah's Roku TV that I watched it on, their speakers are on the back of the TV. So sometimes I'm turning that bitch up to like 95 just to hear something, and then all of a sudden the action gets real fucking loud. I can't really hear dialogue, so I had the captions on, kind of like I did the first one, but it's been like over a month and a half since we watched the first one, so I didn't remember like any of the music cues. But that's the music that they do in the first one and in this one a couple of times where she's like staring and you hear that noise.
The alarm or whatever.
Yeah, that is from the intro to the Ironside 1960s television show. If anybody doesn't know what Ironside is, I had heard about Ironside from my great-grandma and my grandma. Once Perry Mason ran its course, Raymond Burr did another show where he was a police officer who was like shot and it landed in his back, so he's paralyzed. So he was in a wheelchair. And so his character's name was Ironside. Obviously Ironside, and he's got fucking, he's a wheelchair made of metal. But so the whole show is he's just going around solving murders in a wheelchair and all that. But they intro song that I can't do the noise, but the thing she does when she's staring off in the distance and you do it, and it cues it. It says Quincy Jones, who Quincy Jones is the one who wrote it, is and it says Ironside. I'm like, holy shit! So you mean this whole fucking time they were using the Ironside intro? I didn't even pay attention because I've only watched a few episodes of Ironside. Like, yeah, I gave it a shot when I got YouTube TV, and it was on some channel that has like all those like fucking mystery thrillers and stuff like that. I like watching because of my dad and my great grandma and all that. So it was like, holy shit! I didn't even pay attention to the first movie, and this one it popped up Ironside. I'm like, are you fucking serious? This whole time they've been using the Ironside thing? Holy shit ball! So that blew my mind. Like, and it's Robert Rodriguez is the one who does the soundtrack for these two movies.
Yeah.
Which is cool because he's just a fucking director.
It's Robert Rodriguez. He does the soundtrack. Isn't it the guy from Wu-Tang as well? Doesn't he?
He has a song on here, is what it said. But I think Tarantino had asked Rodriguez to be in charge of the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
And all that. Let's see here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not even the only thing he kind of like took from something else. In the first movie where the L driver. Black Mamba, the lady with the eye patch, is going through the hospital and she's like doing that whistle.
Yeah.
That's from a movie. I think the movie's called Twisted Nerve. It's like it's like a 1969 like thriller movie about this dude who like stalks people or something. He whistles that little theme to him when he does it. So that's where that's from.
They used that, I guess, in that Puss in Boots movie, where the wolf.
The Puss in Boots movie.
Yeah, well, I think it's Puss in Boots 2, maybe. I don't know which one it was. I just remember seeing a clip. It's a wolf. He's a bounty
Yeah.
hunter that keeps whistling. It turns out he's Death himself coming for Puss. Um, so I think that's kind of funny. Now that
Coming for that pussy.
got pussy boy. So so I gotta go ahead and at some point, and I don't know when I'm gonna do it because I've already committed to us doing the two Dragon Ball Z movies once I get done with Jason. But I feel like once I get done with those two movies, before I start the Halloween franchise, and Cody may back out on this movie because it's a longer movie, but we're going to fucking do Once Upon a Time in the West.
We're going to do movie, what?
We're going to do Once Upon a Time in the West.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is a 4-hour long movie, isn't it?
It's close to it. It's the same guy. I can't pronounce his name. The one you were talking about.
No, it's not. It's only 2 hours 25. Sergio Leone.
Yeah, so that's the guy who directed the Fistful of Dollars trilogy, which is a fistful of dollars, a few dollars more, good and the bad and the ugly. He had originally offered that part, The Man with No Name, to Charles Bronson. Bronson said no, so Clint Eastwood got the gig, and that kind of launched his career as a mega star. And then when it came, he was doing another spaghetti western, Once Upon a Time in the West. He, called Bronson, and Bronson goes, "Yeah, I'll do it." So Bronson's in this movie, fucking, oh my God, what is his name? It's just not dawning on. He was the biggest fucking star in the 60s and 70s. Hold on.
Who are you thinking of?
I'm trying to remember the fucking name, my friend. Hold on. That's not that movie. What's another movie? It's another movie. Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah, what's he in?
He's in a lot of shit, dude. Once I say his name, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about." Henry fucking Fonda.
Okay.
My God, that dude was one of the biggest stars in the Hollywoods in the 60s and 70s. I think probably the 50s too. But he played in a lot of military movies. He was in D-Day, Battle of the Bulge, which is a really good fucking World War II movie. He was in that movie, Once Upon a Time in the West. Like I said, he was the leading man, good guy. In that movie, he plays a fucking bad guy. And he's fucking vicious, and it's like, holy fuck. It's like anything, because people, you get typecast, by Hollywood. You also get typecast by the studios. So the studio sees you as one thing. They kind of like the studio. The fans see you as one thing. They always like want to watch your stuff, like Harrison Ford. Like my grandma was a big Harrison Ford fan. She liked watching his movies. She liked Clint Eastwood. She liked Mel Gibson. She liked John Wayne. So she'd watch all those movies. And it was always just something like you felt at home watching that type of stuff. So when, for me, knowing that Henry Fonda was a good guy and then watching that movie, it's like, holy shit, he's a bad guy. Like, this is fucking awesome because it just throws everything on your head. It could be like a John Cena heel turn where it doesn't work, like what's been going on in wrestling. Or it could be like a Hulk Hogan heel turn, which turns everything on its head and does good business. And in that movie, Henry Fonda just killed it as the bad guy. It was fucking awesome. And, I can't wait to get to that point. But there's a thing where Charles Bronson's character does this thing with a harmonica. And it's just a signature piece in that movie. And that's what her whistling in that first movie reminded me of. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a tangent, my bad.
No, you're good. I'm going to go over some of the mainline stuff. A lot of the cast is returning from the first movie, and a lot of the staff as well. Just to go over, of course, we've already talked about it. This is a Quentin Tarantino film. It stars Uma Thurman as the bride, whose name is revealed in this movie later on. This one was released 6 months after the first one on April 16th, 2004. I forgot to put box office info in my notes. Give me 1 second. Okay. So for the box office, this one had a budget of $30 million, made $153.3 million. Now, the way the budget is divided, I'm not sure. it's going to be kind of weird because, like we were saying earlier, these movies were kind of made as one movie and were decided later on to be split apart. So the budget, maybe they split it down for the two or what, but maybe like in total it's $60 million, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. I wonder, because the Weinsteins are very cheap when it comes to anything. So I'm wondering if that's like $30 million for like both, and then kind of split it off. But then again, you know, I don't know. Like I mean, $30 million across. Like both of these movies made over $300 million, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
together,
they made their money back.
Yeah, like because this one is 150, and Volume 1's 180. So.
Yeah, so that made like $330 million altogether. So you divide that by 2, 150 times the budget by 2. So they made about $30 million, maybe, when it's all said and done. Who knows? But shit, if you times it, because I mean, not all budget goes into advertisement, but usually like safe thumb rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Talking about a budget, you times the budget by 2 when you're talking about advertising and all that stuff, and then the theater usually gets half the take. So you just kind of take the number, divide that by 2. That's what they actually brought home, times 2 to the budget, and that's truly like a rough estimate what they actually put in their pockets. So it's not too bad. I don't know. Fuck the Weinsteins though.
Fuck the fucking Weinsteins. So yeah, where was I? I don't remember what I was gonna say. This always happens because like I always I always get distracted every time. I'm always like, ooh, I chase some kind of rabbit. Fuck, and it was gonna be a good thing too.
Chasing a rabbit.
I chased the rabbit, dude. Fuck, never mind. Oh yeah. So I remember I was reading some reviews from when this movie released, Volume 2, and like some people were upset that this movie was like felt in their head like artificially split off. Like they thought that the Miramax was trying to like double dip. And they probably were, you know, in a way. But I feel like it works. I kind of like that they're split off. And especially like from that time we spent. So, you know, we watched the first one, like, how long has it been? Like, maybe 3 weeks? Like, over 3 weeks? And, you know, in that time, going back into this one, it just feels right. Like, you know, it doesn't miss a beat, really.
Like, there's no... Like, for me, there were some parts of the first movie I think I was probably a little bored with, kind of getting myself distracted. This movie, I didn't. Like... I do think the two things that I would say in this movie, because, you know, they kind of set up things in the first movie. Like, you don't see David Carradine's face. You just see his hands, you hear his voice.
Yeah.
And you hear that she has a daughter, right? So...
Yeah, like, those kinds of setups, like... This might have been this might have been where you were going with it, but those kinds of setups, like, it feels like they pay off so much more better because it's in a second movie, right? And you had to wait.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we get to see Bill's face, and oh, that's what her name is, like, you know,
dude. Like, I didn't even fucking know, like I didn't even think about it at all. Like the first time you see, you know, I'd seen these movies a long time ago, so I knew what David Carradine looked like, and you know, he was on an episode of Matlock, so I really know what David Carradine looks like from like '95. But he, like, when you see his face for the first time, he's just talking to his brother, which you find out is his brother later on, and it's almost like nonchalant. Oh, there he is. In my mind, I already knew about it, but then like retroactively, a couple minutes later, I'm like, oh fuck, they just revealed him. And then when she shows up to kill him at the end, I wasn't thinking about her daughter at fucking all, because this movie does not mention her at fucking all.
Yeah.
And then also she's there. I'm like, oh shit, she does have a daughter. Oh my god, like that was a cool part because you kind of forget about it. You don't watch them back to back. You know, I think it's good. I mean, this movie, they fit like perfectly together.
Yeah,
probably better than the Matrix 2 and Matrix 3, who they shot back to back too.
Yeah, I agree. I think I just think it works better split off like this. And
Now the
part
only
of that
thing
is
that works better like this though for me
yeah,
is when you put The Last Jedi and then The Rise of Skywalker back to back. There's no
well,
films ever in
yeah.
Hollywood that fit perfectly like those two movies.
Yeah, they're so all three of those movies fit very well together.
I tell you,
It's almost like they were like, it's almost like somebody like, planned them out and they all had one director and like, totally not like, they were just scrambling to make something.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I always make the joke, but sit down. I haven't done this, and I may do this. Sit down and watch all three of them back to back to back. I swear it probably feels like a neck breaking roller coaster. Like boom, boom, boom. Like it just twists you all around and stuff. I've made this joke like over time on this podcast. But up in Kentucky, there's a little thing called Beach Bend. And in Beach Bend, there's this fucking little roller coaster. I don't know if you can call it a roller coaster. I call it a circle of hell. And this thing is called the SCAT, SCAT 2. I don't want to know what SCAT 1 was like. So I got on this SCAT 2 thinking, okay, cool. So what it looks like, and I'll send you a video on it so you're like, oh shit. It's a kind of a circle thing. And you have, I think, 6 to 7 people in there. And they just put like the same thing that they would put around like just locking up your bicycle. And what this thing does is it's almost situated like a cup. And this cup spins. And it keeps spinning. Well, as it spins, and there's 2 of these cups, they start teeter-tottering. And the thing that's teeter-tottering is also spinning. So this thing is spinning while the cups are spinning, and they're going up and down. This thing was the most miserable, and I love roller coasters, one of the most miserable experiences of my fucking life. Okay? And I've had some pretty shitty experiences when it comes to things. I've wrecked my truck and had to walk 1.5 miles in the snow home because my dad didn't come get me because he fell asleep. All the while, the girl I was talking to was seeing another guy.
Damn.
And I've had other things. I've been so broke, I had to pay on my credit card and then fill up my gas tank just to over withdraw again, but at least I paid my credit card. I've had all that kind of like just shit, and this roller coaster is the worst fucking thing in my life because this is the first time I ever felt old. Once I got off that motherfucker, because I decided to go in reverse, so I had to experience it all over again. I sat down on this little bench, and it was right next to a drink stand that said closed. And I sat on that bench. It felt like 45 minutes because I felt so sick to my stomach, and the only thing I was looking at was this drink stand. It's like, bitch, you better open up. And there was nobody there. Nobody was going to come open this thing. I'm just like, I need something to drink so I can throw it up. And, so so that's what the Star Wars sequel trilogy is like if you watch it probably. But this movie, it truly is to me, like, the fact that they did film it back to back. And it's pretty cool that, you release a movie. And this wouldn't happen nowadays. That it was released 6 months apart. Like, this thing would have been, like, teased for a whole fucking year. Milked at the movie theater and then released next year. 6 months later, it's pretty fucking dope. And, like I said, it pays off everything. It doesn't feel like a disjointed movie. And I'm interested if I ever was to want to watch them back to back, which I don't think I will. How it would, like, hold up. Like, just watch them, like, boom, boom, boom. You ain't got to, like, wait a day or two.
It probably would hold up fine, but I've always, and I don't know if we've talked about it before, but I've always been kind of biased against movies that are, like, fucking 4 hours, like, 3.5 hours long. It's like shit like the 2022 Batman. Like, movie's fucking long. And my problem with that movie was it wasn't well paced either. There's a lull in it that fucking drags.
Hey, I'm sending you this video real quick of the SCAT too.
Something in
my ass. Yeah.
And that's the other thing I don't like about those movies is that it gave Zoomers fucking will not shut up about this song now.
Dude, I mean, I like that song when I first bought that album.
Yeah, I did too. Like when I was like 13, I bought Nevermind and I listened to it all the way, and I was like, "This is a cool album."
Yeah, I mean, I fucking love it. And I think it's cool as shit that song's in that movie. That's probably my favorite part about that movie. My biggest problem with that movie is like it's well acted. It's a very good DC movie. But when people are saying, "Oh, it's better than The Dark Knight," it's better than any of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. Christopher Nolan ruined Batman, all this other stupid shit that people say. And there's people I like online that have said that. I'm like, good God, dude. I just could not. I can't rewatch the movie. I've tried multiple times. I'll put it on, get about 35 minutes in the movie. They hit that first Nirvana song. Cool. And I get past it. And after that, I get really fucking bored because I know exactly what's going to happen. There's not a lot of action in that movie. And, you know, it's like that movie is like
he's a detective.
These guys have the detective thing. Look, if I wanted to watch a detective fucking movie, I could go home and watch fucking Perry Mason if I really fucking wanted to. I don't want to. That's it. You're a fucking superhero. I get what he's trying to do. Let's just hit the broad points like every superhero movie before. And my problem with that is like, well, The Dark Knight Rises. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes long. This movie's like a couple minutes longer or a couple minutes shorter than The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises was the last of a trilogy. This is the first of a supposed trilogy. How much longer are these fucking movies going to be?
We need that set up.
Dude, I mean, because I know you're not a big Marvel fan, like the MCU movies. But Savannah watched all the way up to Marvel, the Avengers Endgame with me. And Marvel's Endgame, Avengers Endgame is like it's a 3-hour movie, like legitimately 3-hour mark. And we were watching that together. I watched it in the theaters, but we were watching that together. And she looked at me, she goes, like when we were getting towards the final battle, she goes, "There's no way this movie's almost over. It's only been like 20 minutes. And I looked at my clock, I'm like, no, there's only 20 minutes left of this movie. We don't watch almost 2.5 hours. But then when you watch the Batman, 2 hours and 2.5 hours feels fucking forever because nothing's happening. You're just like, I like this bisexual Catwoman.
Something's in my ass.
Oh, gotta get that batarang out of my ass. Did you watch that video yet of the scat?
Yeah, I did. Why is it called the scat? Did
I
people
don't
like
know.
shit
Maybe...
on it or something?
No, maybe someone just likes a scat man. I'm the scat man.
That'd be cool.
Dude, I didn't know what the fuck that song was. I saw somebody talking about it. I looked it up. I'm like, I actually like this. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm a scat man.
But doesn't that thing look like hell though? Like the way it's like moving and spinning and it's also being spun.
That probably would make me sick.
Dude,
if I were to go on it.
It's
not even moving like particularly super fast. It's just like
the way it spins and then it's rocking, and then the thing that's rocking is also spinning. So you got these 3 different motions. You're like, oh my god, someone shoot this fucking thing.
Dude, I played VR again for like the second time in my life, and I played this. I played it on my friend's. He has I forget what it is. It's like one of those cheap VR headsets. And so we played this dumb gorilla game, like gorilla tag game. It was like infested by 12-year-olds. Like it had nothing but
Riley plays that game.
It had nothing but fucking 12-year-olds in it. And I was in there like, what the fuck is going on? Doing what I usually do. And the kids were trying to like help me out, and then I guess you can grab somebody and like throw them around and move them around with you. And when that's happening, like you don't have any control and you don't feel yourself moving, but you see like in 3D your fucking whole body moving, and it like makes you weak in the knees. Like I've never felt like so, like it's such a weird feeling. Like I don't get sick, but I feel like, I don't know, like something wrong is happening and I need to like fall down or something. Like I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I did that virtual when Cody had a PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
And we had some mob game, and I was just sitting there like acting as the mobster's talking to you, like you have a cigar and a lighter and an ashtray. I would pick things up and move it on the table as he's talking to you. And then
Yeah.
once I got done moving all three, they'd all be back to where they were. And I was like, oh shit. Then he had me like a little racing game. He's like, oh no, I'm done. I can't do it. The fucking just jerking motion of the camera. I'm like, oh my god. I mean, I don't think I get car sick until I actually get a car sick. Like, I don't like sitting in the back seats of cars. I hardly like sitting in the passenger seat of cars because it makes me nauseous. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just does.
I have a similar problem where my problem is like if I feel motion but I can't see motion, I get sick. But it doesn't bother me as much like not feeling motion but seeing motion. It doesn't bother me. It just makes me feel kind of funny. But yeah, it's like, have you ever it's like sometimes when I go to bed, I'll feel like I don't know, I'll like be almost in sleep and then I'll suddenly get this feeling like I'm falling and then it like wakes me up. And that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I had that like 2 days ago. Like, I jumped up out of bed. I'm like, what the fuck? It felt like I was either about to roll off the bed, even though I wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just the motion because of what was going on in my dream. And I was like, what the fuck? I was mad because I was almost wide awake. I'm like, fuck, I got 3 more hours of sleep.
Yeah. That shit, it always happens to me like right before I'm about to go to like fall asleep completely. I'll get this feeling like I'm falling in my bed. And then I'm like, ugh. And then I'm like, shit. But I guess we should get back to Kill Bill. I wrote down some of the plot. I can go over that. I wrote my own synopsis. So, would you like to hear my written synopsis for the game?
Oh man, pretty cool. I mean, you and Cody have that musical skill, so I like to hear it in song.
I know.
If you don't mind.
We should fucking boom, pow. Give me a fly beat, and I'll fucking wrap this out. Okay, we return to the bride. So here's the plot of Volume 2. All right?
Yeah.
Everybody get ready. Okay. We return to the bride, name still unknown, on the road as she recaps some of the events of Volume 1. We then cut to a flashback of the wedding rehearsal, showing the events leading to the massacre. So, we see who she's getting married to and, kind of what kind of guy he is. He's a record store owner. She has a false identity. And then
that dude, hold on. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is just dawning on me. Hold on.
Okay.
I think I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. Kill motherfucking Bill. Ooh chala. Eh chala.
I guess he dies.
Yeah, they all get shot up. What's the character's name though?
I think it's Tommy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Chris Nelson. He plays. Interesting. He's also. Which Halloween? Interesting. He's a makeup artist. Like, he does like shit for movies and shit like that. He's done stuff. So I guess he was the. He wasn't who I thought he was, to be honest with you. But he has done special effects for the Halloween Kills trilogy, Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, Sin City, Amazing Spider-Man. So he's done a lot of fucking work. So he's won awards and shit like that. 2 consecutive Primetime Emmy Awards. Holy shit, okay. So this dude's done a bunch. That's cool as fuck and he's the makeup artist on this fucking movie and they give him a small part. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, his name's Tommy. Christopher Nelson.
Tommy.
The cop with
Tommy
brownies.
Jarvis.
He's the cop with brownies in Halloween 2018.
I'm trying to remember who the fuck that is. Oh, he is.
I have no idea who the fuck that is. I don't remember a thing.
So did we watch Halloween 2018 or did we just watch Kills and Ends? Because you weren't on Ends.
Yeah, we watched 2018 because
Okay, so there's a scene in 2018 where there's 2 cops in a car, and they're guarding the house. And one of them is like, "Look, I know that you don't like any of the foods I eat. You always make the same sandwiches, so I got this Vietnamese sandwich made for you with peanut butter and jelly. It's in a wrap." He gave it to him, and he goes, "Look, I've made my own." He goes, "Look, I have my own little brownies packed up. See that?" He goes, "That's pretty pathetic." So he's a cop. I can't remember if he's the cop that gets his fucking head turned into a jack-o'-lantern or something like that in that movie. But yeah, I know exactly who the fuck that is. That's funny as hell.
That's funny. Yeah, so that was him. And then we are shortly after introduced to Bill for the first time. I believe this is the first time we see him on screen when she comes around the corner. And, she tries to pass him off as her father to her fiance. But then, Bill's jealousy leads to the reception, or not reception, but the, what's the fucking word I'm thinking of? I read it right here. The rehearsal being shot up. So that happens. So after that, I think the next scene is we're introduced to Bud, who's Bill's brother. It seems that Bill has given up the life, but struggles to adapt to a more normal lifestyle as a strip club bouncer. Hold on. Find my next page here. After showing some of Bud's day-to-day, he goes home during the night, and it is revealed that the bride is waiting for him in darkness under his trailer. While attempting to surprise attack Bud, the bride is shot point blank by Bud with rock salt loaded shotgun shells into her, as he calls them, tiny titties.
I thought he said the titties as big as yours.
No,
because I imagine that hurts like hell.
Look, Uma Thurman does not have big titties. There's no
I
way.
understand it, but some people's definitions of titties
I don't believe
are different.
I draw the line.
I mean, look, and to be honest with you, I don't know what it is, because most times I know people that smoke, it's not attractive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it whatsoever. I know Uma Thurman stinks. She smokes. Or
she stinks.
Well, she stinks of smoke.
She probably does stink, yeah.
I mean, if she's smoking, it probably does stink. But in this movie, she's extremely attractive. Like, her face, like, every time I see her face, I'm like, damn, she's pretty. And the first movie was kind of like that, too, but this one really so much. I don't know what the fuck it is about, I don't know, the cinematography with Uma Thurman. Because she's actually in the new Dexter Resurrection series that Savannah's watching.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm over it. She's not that pretty anymore because she's gotten older. I'm not judging her, but I'm just saying, like, in this, I'm like, damn, she actually looks good. I don't know what it is. Like, this got a really pretty face in this, and every time you see her, she kind of has a different look for every chapter she's in. Like, she cuts her hair a little bit more.
She's got real suckable toes, as Quentin Tarantino.
Probably so.
Probably agree with me.
I do think it's funny. They're like, he goes, "I thought you were driving a truck." She goes, "My pussy wagon died on me." He goes, "The pussy died."
The pussy died. That's that pimp guy. I thought he was gonna something more was gonna happen to him, but that always happens. I feel with Quentin Tarantino movies, is like they'll have this really colorful kind of character, and he'll only be there for a little while. But yeah. So she's shot by the old rock salt loaded shotgun shells. So after that, she's incapacitated, and Bud kind of takes her captive and buries the bride alive and calls Ellie Driver, whose name is the Black Mamba, and informs her of both the bride's death and his acquisition. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think Black Mamba is supposed to be Thurman's character.
You're right. I fucked up that one. She's what is she, Copperhead or some shit?
I thought Copperhead was Lucy Liu. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I don't know. Well, that's what we'll put. We'll put I don't know.
I don't fucking know. Hold on. So
she's the naked snake.
Ellie Driver, California Mountain Snake.
It's yeah.
That's kind of fucking
Because they
Real
eat
lame.
other snakes or whatever was the idea, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking lame though. And you know the
Yeah,
thing?
what a stupid fucking snake.
I don't know, like fucking King Cobra would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Which is also like King Cobra is actually not a cobra. Is
Mhm.
actually related to the Mamba family, so they're not even related to cobras at all. The only reason they're called cobras is because their hoods mimic a cobra's hood, even though it's quite different. So,
Okay. Interesting.
but those are fucking gnarly looking fucking snakes. Like you want to look at something and gives you fucking just nightmares and shit. I remember I don't know what the fuck I was watching some kind of snake video, and it was like videos of like these snakes like popping out at people. And there was one that it was about to be a first person, like they were looking at the snake, and the snake was about to lunge at them. I turned the video off and said, "Nope, I don't need that fucking nightmare fuel in my
Scary.
fucking brain tonight." Because I'll be like, wait, I'll be sleeping, and sometimes I'll feel like there's a snake on me,
Yeah.
and it's just my dick, so I move it over. Uh,
I take it off my neck.
like, what are you doing up here? Get off me! No,
How'd you get all the way up here? You're supposed to be down by my
Damn.
toes.
I mean, come on, wrong head, buddy, wrong direction. No wonder Savannah's so like satisfied.
Yeah, you're supposed to be coiled up by the foot of the bed. What the hell? What are you doing?
And
over
then,
here?
so but I'll have like something like it feels like something like crawling on my legs, and I don't mean like something's crawling on my one leg. I feel like it's draped over both my legs in my dream,
Yeah.
and I'll wake up and there's nothing there. But holy fuck, man, I'll have dreams about cobras. It's mainly cobras. I don't know what it is. Those are just gnarly fucking snakes.
Yeah,
And probably the ones I've seen the most on television that kind of fuck with me since.
Yeah, I thought I
Jake
wasn't
Roberts.
scared of snakes, but then one time I was going around like doing leak detection and like water meters and shit, and I was opening a water meter and I looked up and I saw a little snake slither away, and I was like, ugh. I was like, fuck
Dude.
this. Yeah,
Man, okay.
like fucking gave me the chills.
So I had I got three quick stories. So when I was a kid, we had this retaining wall, and I don't know what the purpose of a retaining wall is for a house, but you had to walk around it to get to our basement. So I think the retaining wall was so water didn't come down the hill in front of the basement. I think that was the purpose of it.
Yeah.
And we were walking up from the basement, and there was this snake, this black snake, and it was like as big as my hand when I'm like 5 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like staring at it for a split second. And then I kind of walked away from it. But it felt like an eternity just staring at that snake in the face. I just never will forget that image. And then my sister, when she was probably like 12 years old, for some reason, in the moment, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. We were going to church, and she goes, "Hey, a snake!" And she reaches down to try to pick it up, and that thing fucking lunged at her. They couldn't tell if it bit her or not in the moment because she was so panicked and scared. I don't know why she did that. And then I was over at Cody's house. We're playing the fucking game. And I look over and I noticed something in my peripheral outside the window. I'm looking over there, and there's probably this fucking 10-inch little black baby snake just dangling from his gutter over the fucking window. And I look over, I'm like, what the I was like, holy shit. And Cody goes, what? Oh, God. I think Cody had seen this problem. He had seen quite a few of those little snakes coming from, because he lived like really close to trees. Like there was a house right there, but this really like, for just a straight line of trees between someone's house, like literally you could spit on their property. It was so fucking close. That thing was dense, and it looked like it had like poison ivy vines growing between the trees. And he had dealt with a few of them. I saw one of them slithering up on the side of his house. I'm like, I didn't know they could fucking do that. Oh my God. It was fucking terrible. Like, snakes, dude. Holy fuck, man. Man, no. I am so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done. I apologize. So Black Mamba, which is kind of funny that she's Black Mamba and she's white, because the one chick
she's
in
like,
the first
I should've
movie,
been fucking Black Mamba.
Black Mamba. I know, it's like, holy shit.
If
And
I was a snake, yeah, go ahead.
I know, it's like the black mamba snake they actually had in the movie's fucking green. He's not actually black. So I'm like, what the fuck? Can we just actually get one that was black? Don't call it black mamba if it's green.
They got a little baby
Yeah.
one. If I was a snake, I think I'd be a milk snake.
Not milk snake.
Yeah.
I'm a
Maybe
snake. I'm a snaky snake.
Trouser snake. The most deadly of snakes.
What is the thing that swims out in the river? Copperhead?
Water moccasin, I think.
Water moccasin. Oh, god damn, man. Ugh. Mm-mm. Just fucking hell, dude. A snake that can fucking swim, that just ain't fair. You know, like you get in the water, you don't think there's enough like transfer of animals into the water because you're trying to get away from them on land. Like, oh yeah, the river, I gotta worry about crocodiles or some shit. Cool. No, you gotta worry about fucking snakes. It's like, what the fuck, man? And dude, like, could you imagine like living close to like crocodiles? I know you're from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't know if you guys have crocodiles in the area you lived in.
In Mississippi, they had them there too and shit over by the river.
Just...
They're kind of stupid. Like, they're pretty dumb and lazy. They don't really fuck with you that much.
Well, I mean, if you have those dumbass people that leave their animals outside, like the dog's tied up or some shit. Could you imagine a crocodile getting on your property and just eating their dog? Like, I'd be so fucking pissed at that person for letting them do that.
Yeah, if your dog was like fucking around with it, it would probably kill your dog. Yeah, but you know, I feel like most dogs probably would be like, unless you maybe had like a pit bull or some shit. I don't think they give a fuck.
Yeah,
I've seen pit bulls try to take down fucking like box cart horses and get the shit kicked out of them. So I don't think pit bulls are really scared of anything. They're too damn dumb.
But you know, it's a good thing you got out of Mississippi because working its way up through Mexico right now is that flesh-eating worm that's in the flies. Have you seen that shit?
Yes, I think I saw something like that. Yeah.
Dude, man. So all the beef prices are going to go up even more than they are because of tariffs. But they got it right now. All the cattle imports coming from Mexico have been shut off because they're trying to like solve this fucking problem. They've been dumping like millions and millions of these sterile flies over Panama, where this like fly is coming from that has this parasite. So what happens is these sterile flies come in, mate with the females of the species, and the females lay these eggs that are sterile. So it hasn't been spreading. Well, now like they've been doing this for 70 fucking years. So now this thing is making its way up through Mexico and closing in on America pretty fucking quick. And it can go into a live, healthy cow and kill a cow in 2 weeks. Like this parasite. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's like reading up on this shit. Like, my God.
Yeah, I did see something like that. I saw that the tariffs, I guess the tariffs are like some court found them illegal or something like that. So they're going to like take them, like, you know, fucking... What's the word I'm looking for?
They ruled them unconstitutional, but they're leaving them in place.
Yeah,
they're
until
so fucking
October.
afraid of Trump.
Yeah, it's like until October or something is what I saw.
So, this movie, quick question to you. The one thing that did dawn on me, and it's a lot of subtle things, but there is like one plot point that I have a problem with.
Okay.
Like when Bill and her finally meet off, Bill never brings up the fact that his brother's dead, even though he's upset about it. He never asks her, "Did you kill my brother? Why did you kill my brother?"
Is he upset about it? I don't know if he really gives that.
Well, because remember, Bill talks to Bud, and he says, "Like, look, you gotta quit being angry with me or whatever." And you know, the California mountain snake, calls him and tells him, "Yeah, Bud's dead. She put a snake in his bunker." He goes, "Okay, I know you're upset. Just go smoke some weed. I'll be over there shortly," or some shit like that. So she is talking to him on the phone, but he never asked her. He goes, "Why did you like?" Well, I understand why he kills Bill, but he should bring that up. And like, there was no realization because it's told that they're lovers. The chick and Bill now that she's gone. But yeah, it's just never mentioned again. It's just a subtle thing that they're revealed as brothers. which is cool. I like it. And I think it's cool that, as a way to get at Bill, Bud says he sold his sword.
Mm.
And he never actually did.
Yeah,
like he was just saying that shit to like be spiteful of his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a cool little thing. I mean, obviously that character is not meant to be developed anymore, but that's a very sibling thing to do.
Yeah.
So.
No, I sold it
For hookers and crank.
I sold it for $200.
Hey, go ahead and finish your eulogy of this movie, and I'm talking about your plot point.
All right. So yeah, that's where I left off, and this is where we just left off. So yeah, kind of. So yeah, Bud buries the bride. He calls Ellie Driver, or Elle Driver, or however the fuck you say her name, and informs her.
The way you said that, it's like, no, I never heard of Uber Driver.
Uber Driver. And he informs her of both the bride's death and his acquisition of the bride's Hanzo sword, which he intends to sell. While
Hanzo?
The bride's...
You mean Hanzo Hasashi?
Yeah, Hanzo Hasashi. Hasashimi. While the bride struggles to escape from the grave, we are given a flashback to her sitting at a campfire listening to Bill tell the story of the temperamental martial arts master Pai Mei and his legendary 5-point palm exploding heart technique, which is a strike that instantly kills the opponent after 5 steps. The bride's character is then shown going under Pai Mei's strict and unforgiving tutorage. One of his lessons includes training to strike a sturdy plank of wood very closely, which ties into the bride's current situation in the casket underground. We cut back to modern day as the bride uses her training to break through the coffin and escape the grave. After this, Bud meets with Elle Driver to sell the Hanzo sword for a lot of money. Elle tricks Bud by hiding a black mamba in his little money suitcase, which bites him in the face like 500 fucking times, and he falls on the floor and is paralyzed, and then eventually dies. And then while Elle is recollecting all the money that fell over the floor, and I guess not caring about the black mamba that could still be lurking, she calls Bill and lets him know that the bride, from here on, is referred to by her real name as Beatrix Kiddo. So when they were saying Kiddo in the first movie, that was her last name. This is kind of funny. But yeah, we're finally revealed what her name is after it's been bleeped out like 5 different times. But she tells Bill over the phone that Beatrix Kiddo has been killed and Bud has also been killed from the Black Mamba. At this point, Beatrix bursts into the door, and then there is a struggle. Beatrix finds Bud's Hanzo sword, which, again, he stated to Bill that he had pawned off, so obviously he lied. And then during the standoff, we learned that Elle had previously been trained by Pai Mei and lost her eye to him by offending him. And we learned that she has killed him by poisoning his little fish head food. So then the fight starts, and Beatrix then swiftly removes Elle's other eye, leaving her blind and enraged, and in a little trailer with a black mamba, so she'll probably die from that, maybe. After that, Beatrix leaves Bud's trailer. So let me move to my next little page over here. Hold on. Hold on. My brain is losing.
Yeah, my brain is losing.
So, okay. At this point in time, Beatrix tracks down the retired pimp Esteban Viejo, who is Bill's surrogate father, because Bill is the son of a whore and he is her pimp. So she tracks him down and interrogates him, or not interrogates him, but just kind of politely asks, really, what is the location of Bill, and then he lets her know. And then so she goes over to Bill's house, and then she finds out that her child from the first movie that was taken from her is alive and is now 4 years old. And then Bill lets Beatrix have this little moment with her daughter, and they have a little time where they watch some samurai action movie and shit. And then after the BB gets put to bed, Beatrix and Bill have kind of a standoff, and Bill shoots her with some truth serum, asks her some questions to kind of explain her motives and sort of what happened. And this is where we as the audience kind of figure out all the pieces are put together, really kind of what exactly happened. So what happened is that, on the day that Beatrix found out she was pregnant with Bill's child, she decided not to go through with the hit, left her old life, and, took on an assumed identity and tried to live a new life in Texas. This enraged Bill, and he overreacted slightly, just a little bit, and killed everybody.
It doesn't ever explain, I guess it's not supposed to, how she survived a gunshot head to the fucking wound. Yeah. To the head. Did he just shoot and just scalped her?
He missed.
She still has all her hair.
He only got the parts of the brain that didn't matter. She can't ride a bike no more.
I'm sorry, that was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I like that.
So yeah, that happens. They kind of talk it out, and then they fight. And it's a pretty quick fight. Beatrix kind of parries his little sword blow with her scabbard. She basically puts his sword into the scabbard that she has, which is pretty sick. And then gives him the old 5-point palm exploding heart technique. And then Bill's surprised.
He taught you?
Yeah.
He taught you that?
She's like, yeah. They have like a really kind of understated conversation after that too.
Yeah, he's like, as long as he doesn't take the steps. And I counted the steps. He took 7 steps.
Yeah, if you count like him standing up and then turning around, yeah, it's like 7 in total.
I'm like, hold on a second. If we're gonna play by the rules here, damn it, we gotta play by the rules.
Look here. So what? If you fucking stand on your hands and hand walk, you're not gonna die.
You're good. He should have just done some head walks.
He was like, well, can you get me a wheelchair or something?
I'll be good, guys. We're going to go on.
He's like, yeah, just
I guess he truly has become Ironside. He's
put him in a fucking rascal scooter.
Put him on that one of those little hover carts in Star Wars. It's just kind of
the speeder, the little land speeder.
And the thing that Lucas took the orange cloud underneath it away. They'll leave the orange cloud because this is a 70s movie.
So yeah, after that, he takes his little 5 steps, then he dies, leaving Beatrix and BB to live a life after that.
Yeah, she don't give a fuck her dad's dead, does she?
I guess not. Maybe he was an asshole.
I have a feeling he's not, but I just think it's funny as hell that she's just happy-go-lucky watching some fucking 70s cartoon I'd never fucking heard of or ever seen before, and then all of a sudden, she's just hanging out with her mom, no fucking deal. Where's dad at? No, that's never mentioned. Who in the fuck drives the car up to him? Does her dad, Bill, have a fucking chauffeur that parks the cars for them when they get there? Did you notice that somebody pulls up with the car just like it's at a hotel and it's not a fucking hotel, it's his house?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Shit, what was I gonna say?
You said more human than human.
More human than human. Is this the first Tarantino movie where it has a happy ending? I didn't watch I didn't watch Jackie Brown, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jackie Brown either.
Yeah. So that's the only other one that we haven't seen because we've seen Pulp Fiction and we've seen Reservoir Dogs. So
Yeah, we haven't seen. Obviously, I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in the West.
yeah,
I mean, the Hollywood.
and
Once Upon a
Hollywood.
Time
Well,
in
yeah,
Hollywood.
he has movies between that, but I mean, just up to
Yeah, I mean,
up
I've
to
seen
Kill Bill.
Yeah, I've seen Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I saw Inglourious Bastards a long time ago, but I don't remember much about it. But the rest of them, yeah, I never watched them. The Hateful Eight, they're so hateful. Why are they so hateful?
Yeah, God, man. That one bitch loses her front teeth. It's like, bleeding and shit.
She's All I know about the Hateful Eight is I think Red Dead Redemption 2 like stole a lot from it, but I'm not sure.
Hold on a second. I don't think that's the case. We're gonna find out though.
Maybe just the opening because they both start in like the snow and shit.
Hold on 1 second, boy.
Baton Rouge.
I don't know, to be honest with you. So, only thing I remember from Hateful Eight is he talks about Samuel L. Jackson. He's got this fucking prisoner. I guess he killed people. It's some fucking stupid shit. He tells them he makes them crawl bare ass naked out in the snow to make them suffer, and he begs for warmth. He goes, "Oh, I gave him some warmth. I made him put his mouth over my cock." It's like, oh my god, like
I made him suck
it's
on
one of
my
those
dick.
things.
I made him suck my dick and I let it up in his mouth and shit, man. I started digging up in his butt.
You've seen the movie though?
Do what?
Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the Hateful Eight?
No, I haven't seen it.
No, he does say, he does say something about him finishing in his mouth. It's like, oh, and he goes, then I shot him.
Yeah,
Some shit like that. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
So, I started digging up in his butt and shit, man.
Like that, no, he didn't say that.
He kept me warm too. Dude, I worked the other day. Me and my friend, we were talking about I forget what he was, but he was like talking about The Walking Dead, and like he was like, "Don't let him bite me, Shane," or "Don't let him eat me." And I was like, "Carl, don't let him eat my pussy, Carl." And we were stuck on that for like a fucking whole 30 minutes. So like, Shane, you think I just would let you eat my wife's pussy? All right. Look, Rick, all of our pussies are getting eaten out here. All right. Things has changed, Rick.
Dude, that's fucking. So I've seen you replace me with somebody at your work.
No, I wouldn't say that. Unless he wants to do a podcast called Filmoscopy.
Like, no, motherfucker, mysterious friend of Owen's, you better fucking stay away from him.
He's like, let's make a podcast and call it Filmoscopy.
Hey, let's make a podcast about gooning. Like, let's talk about everybody's public goonoscopy. Like, oh, hold on a second. I gotta read this off since Cody's not here. But
did Cody send a message?
No, it was in another group chat, in our Madden chat. I call it the Madden chat. It's Jacob, Alex, and Cody.
The Madden chat.
And so we're talking about a football team, like getting past a certain level and hopefully becoming a Super Bowl contender. And Alex goes, I think the Packers legit think they're right there. Not that I agree. And Cody goes, I mean, they've been edging for a while. And I go, pause. And then Cody goes, they're probably ready to bust. and I go, ever since Cody learned what quote unquote edging is on the podcast, it's an everyday text. And Alex goes LMAFAO, and Cody goes in an everyday activity.
Everyday activity. Probably
Cody,
ready to bust.
I know, because it was like, he's like, they've been edging for a while. I was like, oh no, not again.
They're probably ready, Probably ready
It's an edge, so there's been edging. I miss the back in the day when edging meant you're just like cleaning up your beard.
Yeah. Well, it can be both. You can do both at the same time.
Oh, I'm getting so close. No, I'm right-handed. Can't do both. If I try to edge with my left hand, it's gonna be really fucking weird. If I try to edge my beard with my left hand, it's gonna look all fucked up.
It's okay.
So
You don't have to even use your hand.
It's not. It's not like you. You just call Samuel
like
Jackson
you.
over. He'll put it in his mouth or some shit. Yeah, I'll do it for you.
I start digging in his butt, man. I start fucking his ass, man. Shit, man. I'm crazy, man.
Why do you sound like Mike Tyson?
I don't know.
Going back to this, I guess we should talk about. But one thing about this movie is this movie had more story playing out on screen than fights.
Yeah, the plot.
The first movie,
there's a lot more dialogue, and the plot was kind of given a bit more layers to it. With
yeah, and the first movie was very exposition heavy and a lot of fights.
Yeah, I don't even think
like you saw a lot.
I don't even think the first one was like. I mean, the first one, the whole thing is mostly just like her fucking people dying and shit, you know, like her cutting people up and shit. Yeah, but like, that's a huge part.
You do have that 20. You do not 20 minute. I'd say you do have like that 10, 15 minute anime segment that was all just exposition because they didn't, you know.
Yeah.
They're talking about that one character and shit like that. Like I said, I'm not saying that bad about the first movie. The first movie felt like it was all action with like a lot of exposition thrown in for you to understand what's going on and some like teases. And this movie was more plot related because none of the fights really stood out to me in this movie because there wasn't a lot of fights. You know, the Bill fight was like less than 30 seconds, and then she did her thing. Fight with Uber driver was probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. Where, you know, you're having almost like a 25-minute fight in the first movie at the end where she's killing all the 88 people and shit, the crazy 88s or whatever. So,
yeah. I like that line. He's like, so there was 88 of them? No, they just called themselves the crazy 88.
It was like, but no, there actually was. She killed like 100 of them.
No, they just called themselves the crazy 88.
That's funny as hell. Like,
I thought it was.
That is cool though. The church scene at the beginning was really cool.
Yeah.
How you actually see the whole scene play out. I thought that was pretty dope. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, just that flashback, and it seems like a perfect place to, because it kind of recaps the first one as well as giving you some new insight into what actually happened. But yeah, you know, just the way this one plays out, this one feels a little heavier on kind of fleshing out the character of Beatrix Kiddo, giving her, you know, more layers to her motivation. You know, we understand her goal in the first volume, but it's kind of simple, and there's not that there's anything wrong with, you know, just simply wanting revenge, but just having those extra, you know, layers of like kind of fleshing her out a little bit more just adds to it, which is something that I like. I think overall Volume 2 probably edges out more positively for me. You know, it's probably ready to bust. But you know, one
ready to bust.
Yeah, one is, you know, just kind of gooning by itself.
Yeah, I'd have to say I preferred this one over the. If you had to make me choose, hey, which one do you want to watch? I'd watch this one just because of the conclusion. But you're not going to have the same impact if you're watching them. If you're watching them for the first time, and I do recommend these movies, you need to watch Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yeah.
Don't just say, I'm going to watch Volume 1. And don't judge them as like separate things because they are meant to be one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were literally filmed together and then split in half.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's all you have to do. Like, this.
It's kind of hard to, you know, even judge them separately because, yeah, they do feel they're so connected. So.
Yes. I mean, there's no, like, you know, sometimes you go watch a sequel and it's been a couple years since the movie before it, and they reshoot a scene to kind of connect them.
Mm-hmm.
and it's not quite the same. Like they change a few things in that scene, like or it just doesn't fit right. Like sometimes, like the Friday the 13th movies, they did that, or they would just show you the straight up the scene from the last movie for like 10 minutes so they can pad out the movie.
Yeah.
But with this, it's like fucking like perfectly seen. Like there's nothing. There's no like missing. The only thing that I said that I thought was missing from the plot was Bill not being upset about Bud at the end of the movie. But I guess Tarantino thought that the focus has shifted to them, that Bud wasn't important since he's dead.
Yeah.
But
Bud.
For me,
what if his name was Bud?
Butt Buddy. But this movie, they fit so fucking perfectly together because they're shot together. Tarantino didn't have to cut any scenes, and he just broke it in half. You know, it's kind of like in Scary Movie 3. He's like, she's cut in half. He's like, you mean down the middle? And it's like, no, she's at half at the waist. He goes, oh, you don't remember that, do you, Cody? Cody Owen.
No,
it's the Charlie scene when they're like when he walks by the guy. He goes, "Hey, I'm gonna need a ride home," after he killed his wife.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Hey, yeah, you were laughing your ass off.
I'm gonna need a ride home. Yeah, that was fucking funny.
He's like, "Hey,
I might
Tom,
watch.
I'm gonna need a ride home."
I might watch Scary Movie 3 tonight. Now that I'm thinking about
it, dude, I love 3 and 4. Everybody else thinks they're insignificant because they're not made by the Wayans brothers, but I love 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think they were funny as shit.
The fourth one when they're walking in the woods, and his son's like, "Dad, I'm so tired." He goes, "How do you think I feel? I've been carrying your sister this whole time." And she comes out from behind him. She goes, "I've been walking this whole time." He goes, "Who is?" And it's this hooded figure, and it's like this little balding red little guy. He goes, "I'll pay you," and he just drops him. He goes, "Ah!" as he gets dropped. I think about it's like, I've been walking this whole time. He's like, "Then who's?" He looks down. He goes, "I'll pay you." It's so stupid. I love that shit so fucking much. And then, of course, the Michael Jackson spoofs are pretty good in that movie. When she's like, "What'd you do with my daughter?" He goes, "For God's sakes, man, she's a girl." And shit like that. So, oh, Michael.
She's a girl, man. So,
and he's in the fourth one, the Michael Jackson gag, and he's got all these little kids with him, and they're running from the aliens. And he says, "Hey, little girl, you gotta come with us. She'll be safe with us, right, boys?" All the boys look at her and go, They're like shaking their head. He goes, "Do you happen to have a little brother?" I'm like, oh my God. So, it's just fucked up shit, dude. I guess we're gotten off track on this movie. Do you recommend this movie, or you're just kind of like, yeah?
Yeah, I do recommend this movie. I think it's very good. Do you recommend this movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's very, like, the first one, if you get kind of bored watching the first one, this one's, like, there's, in the 2 hours, it doesn't feel like a 2-hour movie. Again, going back to our initial conversation, like, some movies feel really fucking long. And Batman feels very fucking long, the Batman, because this ties into Cody's next movie. But this movie is 2 hours and 4 minutes long, and it does not feel that way. It breezes by, and it's really fucking cool. You know, but it only works if you've seen the first one. You can't just jump in this one and just skip the first one.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very good movie, beautifully shot, great textures. It's fucked up with having Uma Thurman on the set. You know, she got into a car accident when she was doing those car scenes, and she threatened to sue them because they wouldn't, I guess, pay for her surgeries or something like that.
Yeah.
And the Weinsteins wouldn't turn over the footage even with like a court deposition. And Tarantino goes, like, "I'm really sorry this happened to you." And didn't really have her back for a while.
Yeah.
She got fucked over in this.
What a scene was it that? What were they trying to?
I'm assuming it's the car scene that she had where either she's driving with her daughter, like that shot. Obviously, she's probably not driving with her daughter. They're separate shots.
Yeah. Or
maybe it's the shot where she's doing her monologue at the beginning at some point where she gets injured. I'm not sure all the injury.
Yeah,
I know they
really
talk about it.
Weird because there's not anything that seems like it's particularly like a crazy shot, you know.
Oh, I know it, but but then again, you just don't know how production goes on this kind of shit. Because I feel like Tarantino is like very borderline, wants to make the shooting as real as he can get. So when like Uma Thurman is like sweating her ass off doing some of that shit, I feel like she truly is like sweating her ass off and shit like that. There's something about it, like the realism. I feel like he might take it too far to some extents, but at the same time, I could just be talking out my ass. I really don't care at this point. An hour and 22 minutes in a recording, but I just know that strained their relationship because he was sympathetic to her, but they were his financiers for the movies, so he wasn't going to sit there and like talk trash about them out in public and stuff like that. So he didn't have her back, even though they were 100% in the fucking wrong.
Yeah.
She was just trying to get what was owed to her after this accident and shit like that. So it's pretty fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Tarantino's got weird fucking feet fetishes.
Motherfuckers.
So, the next episode for Filmoscopy, we'll be doing a deep dive into the Mudvayne discography. Is that how you say it? Discography?
Yeah, you got
Something like that? Okay. I got it eventually. We're going to be talking about the new song, Hurt People, which everybody says sounds exactly like More Human Than Human. And I get like that part. They're like, it sounds just like that. I'm like, not all of it, but that chorus part, yeah, I can kind of see where they took that hook from it. But everybody just wants to shit on it because it doesn't sound like Mudvayne Dig. I'm like, these guys, that was fucking 25 years ago. Good God, they're not going to sound the same. They're not that fucking angry anymore. But I guess it's just they want everybody to stay the fucking same and not change. Like, like somebody made a joke. I've talked about it with Cody. It was Ronnie Radcliffe or some shit like that. Some dude from some band. And he has a beef going on with this band called Motionless in White. And I have only listened to a few, I'd say few, maybe 2 or 3 songs from them. One of them is an entrance theme they do for Rhea Ripley for WWE. And I listened to them, like some of the current stuff, and they just listen to like, it sounds a lot like Breaking Benjamin to me. Like just the way his voice is and like the melodies of the music is very leaning Breaking Benjamin, but even more emo, And it's like they took the imagery of Marilyn Manson and merged it with Breaking Benjamin's sound, is what they sound like right now. Yeah. And Ronnie Radcliffe goes, well, I don't have a problem with Motionless in White. I just think they're Breaking Benjamin for transgender people. And I kind of cracked up. I'm like, okay, I mean, that was kind of funny. But yeah, this dude, he doesn't seem like he's politically correct anyway. I don't listen to any of his music, so I don't have a dog in that fight. Yeah. But no, yeah. So I mean, I'm happy Mudvayne's back after all this time doing some new music. I'm excited for the new album. But the next movie is not going to be Mudvayne discography because Cody will be like, I don't like this. I can't remember what the next fucking Batman movie is called. Hold on.
The next one? It's isn't it Batman and Robin or some shit? Fucking
no,
that's the last one.
Because you've got it's Batman Forever.
Yeah, that's what it is.
This is the Joel
Schumacher.
This is the Joel Schumacher one, and this is Val Kilmer as Batman, and Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Joel Shoemaker.
Joel Shoemaker, just making shoes and making movies, baby. Joel Filmmaker.
Yeah, that's his Joe Movie Maker.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If you think about it, Joel is like combining shoe and film. Mm-hmm. That's worse. The Schumacher is like, oh, Shoemaker, baby. So yeah, that's gonna be Cody's next movie we're gonna be covering is 1995's Batman Forever, and then I will be diving right back into 2003. Hold on. So this is 2004, but the first Kill Bill came back in 2003. We're coming back to 2003, all right, after Batman Forever. And we're doing Freddy versus fucking Jason. You know what I'm saying? And you want to talk about fucking new metal craze? That's fucking soundtrack to that fucking thing is nothing but fucking new metal.
Freddy versus Jason, dude. I haven't seen that movie for fucking... I don't remember the last time I saw that movie. When I was 6, I think, or 8.
Okay, cool, man. That makes me feel even older. I appreciate it.
I just remember the ending where Freddy sticks his little fucking finger down little kid Jason's little back of his head.
Yeah, he's like, "What are you scared of?"
He's like,
he just sticks the blade into it.
Yeah, starts finger fucking his fat head.
Dude, that. There's gonna be some things we can talk about.
They made Jason look like a bitch in that
it.
movie. I remember that.
They were trying to make it like the only way they could write that movie, I guess, in their fucking head was, well, Jason's got to be the sympathetic one since he's the mongoloid special needs kid, Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah,
and it's like, why is he afraid of water when he's literally in water in the previous 10 fucking movies? I mean, he's an undead zombie that they literally just brought back from hell because canon-wise, Freddy vs. Jason takes place after Jason goes to hell. So he's not afraid of water. Why would that be a thing in his fucking head he was afraid of? So they have him as afraid of fucking water. It's like, I guess I'll have to look at the commentary and shit like that.
He's afraid.
See,
what would be a good thing for him to be afraid of, though? People having sex.
Nothing. He's like, he just sees people having sex and he goes back to hearing this preacher when he was a kid, and that's what he's afraid of or some shit.
No, I'll be good.
Like,
I'll be good.
It's like, no, I'm about to edge.
I'll give it hoot.
I'm about to go. I'll be the gooner. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to do that because we haven't covered any of the Freddy movies that Cody had promised at this point. But it feels good to be close to ending the Friday the 13th series, and then way after that will be the reboot, which is probably top 3, top 4 in the entire franchise. So we're going out pretty fucking strong. So anyway, but yeah, so next movie will be Batman Forever, and like I said, me and Owen, we both recommend Kill Bill Volume 2 and Volume 1 to be watched, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So this movie was kind of this episode is probably kind of tangent heavy, which seems to happen when Cody's not here.
Yeah.
But I think they're entertaining stories, so thank y'all for listening this far if you made it this far. But in all honesty, the plot in this movie is pretty straightforward. Like, Tarantino is wrapping things up in this movie because there's not going to be another sequel. So, like, there's no, like, okay, what's going to happen in the next movie? He's wrapping all this shit up in this movie. So there really wasn't a lot to talk about. Like, like Bud and Bill being brothers. The dialogue, the stuff in this movies are pretty good. There is one funny scene that I didn't talk about when he's got the little short guy helping dig the grave for Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
And every time that guy is talking to Uma Thurman, which obviously he's looking down at the camera talking about, Michael Madsen is looking at him and blinking like, you're a fucking terrible actor. And I don't know if that's just his character. He's being in character, just staring at him. Or if he's like, it's just him. Because it feels like Michael Madsen is just, every movie just playing a version of what he thinks himself is.
Yeah.
So I just think it's funny that scene. He just looks at him like, you're a fucking idiot. He just like blinking his eyes and shit.
That's funny.
But yeah, so Michael Madsen, pretty good in this movie. I like this character. I thought it sucked the way he died with the Black Mamba because she didn't get her revenge on him. The only thing if I would change is she would have got to kill every single one of them just to get her revenge.
Yeah, to kill
and
Bud
obviously
as well.
the Bill and Bud thing being mentioned at the end just to kind of like tie it all together. But other than that, I mean, like, great movies. I gotta say I'd rather watch this over Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
And I'd rather watch. I think I'd probably want to watch Pulp Fiction over these two, just if I had to pick one, just because.
I would too.
Bruce Willis is good in
Samuel
that.
L. Jackson.
Walken talking about the watch.
Pretty good in that one.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. So anyway, and obviously the character, supposedly the character from the John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction is supposed to be the brother of Michael Madsen's character in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
They got the same last name. That's the way he wrote the characters. So.
They're both Vegas. Vega. I can't remember. I know John Travolta's character's name, Vincent Vega, but I don't remember the other character.
Let me look it up before we get off the The old Telefono, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Reservoir.
Reservoir.
So, Vic Vega,
Vic Vega. Okay, that makes sense.
Mr. Blonde.
Mr. Blonde.
So that's Mr. Blonde, James Blonde. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think he had offered that part, the John Travolta character, to him for Pulp Fiction. He turned it down. He said he regretted it or some shit like that. I think he had another part he was doing. So
that would have been cool.
But yeah, that would have been pretty dope. But yeah, so R.I.P. Michael Madsen. He did pass away this year. That's probably the last time we talked about him for a while because I don't know if he's gonna be in another movie coming up anytime soon. He's actually in Scary Movie 4, ironically enough. So
there we go. I'll honor him tonight.
There you go. You can watch it. Watch Scary Movie 4. All right, but yeah, everyone's like I said, got Batman Forever coming up. If you listen this far, thank you for listening. You are sick, and we love you. And you can check us out on. Just go to Google, type in Filmoscopy Podcast. We're the first thing that pops up. You'll see our Twitter handle. You'll see us on Facebook. See us on YouTube. See us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Spotify, but if Spotify is to your battery what it does to my battery, it eats it up. So don't listen on Spotify. Check us out on YouTube. We're on YouTube. New episodes dropping every week. Well, every 2 weeks, old episodes getting uploaded as we do this. We got a lot more to get through, so we're having every week releases still. As always, thank you for listening, and finish him
off.